on a new adventure.
How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. The channel is Kumbi Reacts. I'm Kumbi. Today, guys, we're going to jump back into our draft series that we were doing. We're going to go to my number 3 ranked QB in the draft. This is where it starts to get a little bit, I guess, debatable. But I personally have Bo Nix as my number 3 quarterback in the draft. And I'm basing this off of, like, you know, if I were to start somebody day one, that's kind of how I've done my rankings. Starting day one, if I put them in there, how successful are they going to be, and so on like that. That is one of the reasons that I do have Bo Nix higher than I have some of the other guys that a lot of other people have higher. But Bo Nix also happens to be the guy that is tied to the team that I absolutely love, the Denver Broncos. So I would not be against if we ended up drafting him. I would be happy. I like Bo Nix as a quarterback. I've liked him since Auburn. I always thought he was kind of a baller, and he really gutted it out a lot of the times in Auburn. He was young, and I feel like he tried to do too much a lot of the times when he was at Auburn. And but since he's gone to Oregon, I really feel like he turned it around. He got the proper coaching he needed, and I feel like he definitely has become a much better quarterback in the 2 years he's been at Oregon. And you can see it in his numbers too. His numbers have steadily gone up every single year. I think his first year at Oregon, it was like 27 touchdowns, 5 picks or something like that. And then obviously last year he had an absolutely fantastic year. It was like 44-2 or something like that, I believe, for the year. So he's done amazing. And I believe he also had a record of like 77% completion rate percentage or something like that last year. So I decided, why not jump in? Well, I didn't decide. This is part of the series. So we're going to jump in. We're going to watch his game versus Washington in the Pac-12 championship, and we're going to break down some of his films. So let's go ahead and get started in this. So this is the very first play I've got it paused on. Right here, you can kind of see Washington's defense. They got the forefront. They got 2 safeties deep, but it almost kind of looks like one is rolling up. But let's put the play. Yep, one's rolling up, so probably cover 3.
His first read was taken away.
Ooh, did that hit the ref? So first throw of the game, hit the ref. Looks like, the hesitation on that.
2nd and 10 again, targeting Franklin, but not.
So what happened on that one? Let's go back and watch that, because I want to see what he's looking at here. So I can't tell who he's throwing the ball to out of these two. It kind of looks like he was trying to go here. Okay, because I mean, I sure hope he was not trying to go here. Obviously, a lot of these, this is kind of like a slant read on the backside. It looks like you have kind of a chair concept, which is basically like, you know, the 5-yard out, and then you got to go right there. Because you see, you have basically like a deep slant and then a quick slant. You're just basically, your job is to read the linebacker on this one, because if the linebacker basically sits on this slant, you throw this slant. If the backer drops, you throw it to the underneath. I can't tell who he's.
2nd and 10 again.
Okay, yeah, he's throwing it to Franklin. I didn't see what happened there, but that's very far behind.
On 3rd down, one of the best in the country. They need 10 here. Nix gets it out again, looking for Franklin.
Again, just tough right there. Nice screen.
The majority of the season. A long yard needed on 3rd down.
Do a rollout on 3rd and 1. Man, I don't know if I love a rollout on 3rd and 1 like that. But here's the thing. I want to pause a little bit, because the first couple throws you can see in this game are a little rough, right? And we are facing a Washington defense that was a pretty good defense. We're facing, you know, a team that Oregon did lose to earlier the year. That's their one loss. That's why they're 11-1. So that's the main reason I wanted to pick this game to do the film on, because I wanted to see some of the goods and the bads. So obviously the first 3 or 4 plays we've seen, not a whole lot of great. So everybody's probably wondering, why would we have him ranked as our number 3 quarterback? My big thing is because of everybody thinks that it's such a bad thing that he's an older quarterback, because he's been in college for, 5 seasons. I look at that as a positive thing, because if you go to a team that is in need of a quarterback, the more experience you have, I feel, can only benefit you versus the lack of experience you have. Hence why I feel like, let's use Drake May for an example, right? Drake May to me is very raw. He's very young. And so that's why, in my opinion, Bo Nix is, I give the edge to Bo Nix just because if he has the experience, and Bo Nix has gone up every single year that he's played in college, where Drake May took a big step backwards last year. And I know his supporting cast was different and all that kind of stuff. But the long story short is experience matters. And playing the position myself, I can tell you that I only felt more comfortable every season or every game that I got to play further and further as the quarterback. And so that's why I don't understand the knock on him as far as like staying in college is a bad thing, that he got all the experience he got. So now here's the other thing about Bo Nix. I do believe he has to go to the right situation because I don't think he's a quarterback for everybody. I don't think you could put Bo Nix on the Bears and think that he's going to find success. Absolutely not. I'm not saying that at all. He is not Caleb Williams or Jaden Daniels, where I believe those two are the only two quarterbacks in this draft that you could put on just about any team in the league, and they will still have a fairly good shot of being successful. Bo Nix needs to go to a place like the Broncos. The Broncos, I only say because of Sean Payton. Sean Payton, I feel like, could help develop his career and turn him into a better quarterback. I don't love the supporting cast we have around him. I don't love the offense and the team we would put around Bo Nix going into his first year, which scares me a little bit if we do draft him, because I feel that might be detrimental to his success and what he does. But like if he were to go to like a Vikings, a Broncos, a team like that is like, that has something to give him, that has a quarterback-friendly system and a coach that can help him along the way as a rookie, I think he can find success. Because the thing I really love about Bo Nix is he's very he's on time, man. His timing is really, really good. He sees the play, he sees the field well, he knows how to read defenses, man, and you can tell he studies a lot of film. And I'm pretty sure that his father is a coach, which it shows. He has a good understanding of the game. So that is, I just wanted to kind of clarify here a little bit why I put Bo Nix at 3, because like I said, the first couple plays we've seen so far, even I can admit they're a little rough.
A long yard needed on third down. Nix on the move, has to pump fake and retreat.
See, I don't love that. And again, it's a tough play call. I've never been the biggest fan of like rollout play calls like that. Like, I understand it at the goal line. The goal line makes a little more sense to me. But out here on a 3rd and 1, I'm just not the biggest fan of that, because you're essentially shutting down an entire half of the field where you're saying we're not even going to look at this, and all this is going on right here. Given that, I do also think that Bo missed it on this play because 15 comes open, and that's the thing that you're going to have to do in the league. You're going to have to make the plays, and you're going to have to throw your receiver open. He comes open for a split second. If you put it on him, I think you pick up this first down, but instead he didn't see it, and then you basically you trapped yourself. Then he's running around and trying to throw it away, and he takes a good shot. It's right there. You put that on him right at that moment, you would have been fine.
And throw it away.
We're calm and composed on the sideline.
Nix complete underneath.
Beautiful.
Johnson, who spins free. Johnson, very elusive, very dangerous with the foot.
And who transferred over from Troy.
Johnson again slips a tackle.
And see, here's another thing: is a lot of people gave him a lot of knock on the fact that he throws a bunch of short passes. He's a dink and dunk quarterback. To an extent, he is a dink and dunk quarterback a little bit. But how often do you see a ton of quarterbacks throwing it down the field? I mean, even Patrick Mahomes last year, and as he's kind of seasoned in the NFL, is throwing a lot more shorter passes. Because you have to open up the deep game by doing that. Not everybody can go out there. Like, the only quarterback that comes to my mind when I think, this guy, I swear to God, it's like he's trying to throw a freaking deep pass every play, is Josh Allen. Josh Allen, I feel like, is always either trying to run the ball or he's trying to throw a deep pass like every play, or he's trying to make, big plays. And Patrick Mahomes throws the ball deep. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that he is throwing it a lot shorter over the course of his career, because now everybody who plays against him basically runs like that cover 2 shell on him. So it's hard to throw it deep or throw it over the top, especially then when you count the fact that you lost your burner in Tyreek Hill. Realistically, like last year, he only had Travis Kelce as like his blanket. So
Tackle. He got through this. Forcing Bruner out of the game for the Huskies on a 2nd and 5. Play Nix's pressure.
boom.
Gets it out quickly.
Beautiful. See, and that's the stuff that I'm saying that he's going to find success. That's quick. He's on time. Boom. On time. Don't love that by their receiver, but I mean, he turned that into a play, but
He's like an NFL quarterback with his ability and the football junkie that he is.
2 tight ends in the game. He's looking for one of them on the far side. Casey Kelly.
see, he knows what he's got for the most part, and he puts it out there. He's not trying to take these risky plays and such like that.
Nix pitches on the edge there to Johnson. And Nix has protection over the middle. Incomplete. Try to get it into Franklin. Slant.
Oh, and that's where you have to go with the ball on that one. That's a good read right there.
Get it going. Will this be that drive?
Beautiful. You can see there too, like his eyes are downfield. He's checking his reads. He doesn't see it. He knows he's got his outlet right there. Again, that's a beautiful play. Like people are going to knock that because if he's checking it down. But realistic, that's where you have to go with the ball. That's where the play is designed. Like if your reads aren't open, you have your check down. That's the whole point of having a check down is he's a safety blanket. If it's not there, don't force it, check it down. Right. And yeah, this one wasn't successful. They pick up, it looks like they're going to pick up a yard or they're going to basically get back to the line of scrimmage. But it's like sometimes you got to live to fight another down, but don't force it downfield and then it gets intercepted and you have a turnover because you can't win that way.
Just above his shootouts, but
3rd down tonight.
Nix underneath. Ferguson
Beautiful.
Knocked down by
For 11 yards.
Muhammad checking him on the left side.
Got
Nix
a rollout.
to the right. Across the middle and the
Oh, I
catch is
love
made by
that.
Tez Johnson.
Play after the catch.
See, that's the stuff I love too about Bo
Outstanding
Nix. Is
location on that
he has a lot of different arm angles that he can hit from. Like that. So if you notice a lot of his screen passes, he's almost throwing like that baseball sidearm where he's kind of just boom, he gets a snap and then he sidearms it out. So I love that he can change the arm angles. This was another good one. He kind of rolled out and you see he actually kind of just went off one foot and just kind of like sidearmed it a little bit and slung it right across the middle. I do love that about Bo Nix is that he's got an arm and people knock him and say he does not have an NFL arm, but it's like he's got a strong arm. I don't understand where that knock comes from. It's because of he's the check down king or he checks it down too much. Like that's a bad thing.
Nix steps up and off his
I mean,
back
look at
foot
that
just
right there.
heaves into open
You're going to tell me that
space.
this guy does not have an NFL arm when he just launched that thing off of 1 foot
Back
down
foot
the field
just
like
heaves
that.
into
Look at that.
steps up and
That's off of
his
1
back
foot, and
just
he's throwing that, what is that,
heaves into
40,
open space.
45 yards?
Play clock at 3. Off the play fake.
Ooh,
Again.
that one looked like that one was, see that, he no-looked him. He no-looked him. He was looking he's looking here, and he throws it there. See, he's a bit creative. See, his eyes are right there. This is freezing this defender because he's watching the eyes, and see how his eyes are right there? And then he just zooms it there. I love that, man.
Play fake.
A lot of the knocks he has, to me,
Finding
are not valid. He's not creative. He doesn't, you know what I mean? Like, that kind of stuff is just,
with a quick throw, and it's
oh,
off the hands of
that's, you usually want to put that right in your guy's chest. You don't want to really hit him right in the face mask right there.
Looping throw, and
Don't love that a whole ton. That looked more like a throwaway, to be
Nix
honest.
has kept it.
And he is sneaky athletic.
And dives down, takes
Not being able to put it into the end zone.
and they did not take the timeout, so the clock ticking with 14 seconds.
Rolling
Nixon will
out.
throw it in the end zone.
Ooh.
Ferguson, one-handed.
And I go back to the end of that Washington
Just a little
possession
touch on that.
when they utilize the timeouts.
Beautiful
Small
catch
sides,
by
they
his
jump
tight
both
end.
sides, and now they're coming out with tempo here.
They're running
The
a
play
2,
fake.
bombing it
Looking
deep.
downfield, it's Franklin and Johnson pretty bunched on Nix at this moment.
Running 3. Check it.
Slant, Franklin hit immediately after the catch. Washington's attack, a lot of pre-snap shifting by the Ducks. Nix backpedals, launches down.
Ooh, see that right there too? So that throw right there looks underthrown. Realistically, though, that's a good ball. If you go back and look at this, so let's check this out. And again, the arm talent that I'm talking about, the accuracy. This is what Bo Nix does. And he throws this off balance, and he still finds a way because he's basically just anticipating the throw on this. And that's one thing, too, that I haven't said yet, but Bo Nix is an anticipatory thrower. He is very good at anticipating when a receiver is going to hit a mark and throwing to that mark, which you have to be in the NFL. You have to anticipate windows. You have to anticipate where your guy's going to be, and sometimes you have to throw it early, which is what he does here. That's a good throw. His receiver, honestly, when you're running those wheel routes, you really don't want to be that close to the sideline. He should be almost a whole yard closer infield because you want to give the quarterback, like as a quarterback, if I'm throwing that, I want the receiver to give me a little bit of room because if I have to put it up and over into the to the outside shoulder where your guy can get it, I want to give you you want to give yourself some space to make a play on that and give me some space to put that ball in there. So that's why I said this throw right here looks underthrown or looks inaccurate, but realistically, this is a great throw. His receiver just has to do a better job of helping him out with this. You see where he throws it. Look out. Boom. Anticipates it. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful throw because that ball hits about right here. His receiver's clear over here. Like he's still here. He is literally, we're talking like half a yard away from that sideline. So he's giving Bo Nix no room to put it up and over into this outside shoulder here. If you were running down right here where you should be, if that ball hits right there, that's hitting you right in stride, and you could possibly be taking that to the house.
And trying to fight. Great field position. Four-man rush, ball out, caught by
Fast, and he does.
Yeah, beautiful throw.
Call by Dan Lanning.
Ball deflected at the line and incomplete.
But boy, he is as fun as any edge player to watch.
Nix against the four-man rush. Beautiful throw down.
See, right in between a safety and a backer. Good throw.
Nix keeps it. And
to
the left behind.
Now that throw right there, I want to talk about it for a minute. I'm going to try not to pause so much, guys, because I'm already up to like 17 minutes on this film review, and we still got half this video to go. But I just want to talk about that throw real quick. I understand what happens here, okay? I've done this a million times as a quarterback. So I get here, right? That pump fake throws you off, and now look how off balance he is. But the thing is that he tries to throw it, and you see what he does right there. He almost short arms it because when you're throwing back across your body like that, you're coming through and you're coming across like that. You know what I'm talking about? You can see right here, really what you want to do with that is you almost want to kind of come like up. You want to come higher with that throw so that your arm angle is more like this because you want to release it basically right at that point because then it's going to go at a downward angle, but you're getting a higher release on it so that it basically hits him right there in the chest. But you see there, he kind of goes like this at like that angle right here. And then you notice when he does this too, on his release, he stops. He just stops like basically right there. And you can tell too, I think he knew he short-armed this too.
Keeps it and a low throw. That's up to the left behind some big fellas. It's Johnson motioning across. They get it to Irving.
Good screen.
Effective play. A lot of beef in front.
See, and that's his receiver, running back, just making a play.
1 for 2 in the red zone in the first half. Fade to the end zone. Ferguson, who had a 1-5.
See, on that, I would have preferred it to be a little more back shoulder. You kind of want to put that on the back shoulder, especially if he gets jammed like that. Just athletic. Again, he's sneaky athletic. I'm not saying he's Jaden Daniels. He's not Jaden Daniels or Caleb Williams' athleticism. But in my opinion, he's more athletic than J.J. McCarthy. I definitely think he's way more athletic than, what's his name out of Washington, Michael Penix. How can you not? Honestly, I feel like he is the third most athletic quarterback in the draft.
Nix scrambles, fires to the end zone.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Look at that throw right there, guys. And I might have jumped the gun a little bit. Okay, I will say that Drake May at times can be a little more athletic than him, but that's because Drake May's like lengthier. And so different athleticisms. I think Bo Nix is a little quicker. Drake May might be a little faster. I don't even know if Drake may run the 40. If somebody that's gonna have to let me know. I don't know if he even ran the 40. But this throw right here, let's talk about that, man. Look at this, okay? You're sitting. He rolls out because the blitzer comes right up the middle. And look at that, dude. As he's falling down, he throws a dart. Beautiful. That was accurate. Beautiful throw right there.
And he gets the ball out of his hands. That's a Heisman-type moment there.
Perfect. Just perfect. I almost kind of want to look at his release angle here, too.
Ferguson break away, and he gets.
So you see, oh, okay, I didn't want to do that.
Away, and he gets the ball.
So you can see that's that release angle, basically what I was talking about earlier. It's hard to tell because I can't get the video to pause right where I want it to, but you can see there he was up higher and he releases it lower. Sorry, he's basically releasing it at a higher point so that the ball's trajectory is downward, so it makes it tougher for a defender to defend, but he's not short-arming it to the point where it's basically just hitting into the dirt or spiraling straight to the dirt.
Out of his hands. That's a Heisman-type moment there on 4th down in a championship game.
Nix flushed, scanning, and
oh.
An interception through it right.
I do not like that at all.
In the flat playing zone.
Let's see what happens here.
Watch him go out of bounds here, Bill.
Okay. I see. Yep. So I hate this for him. I almost kind of feel like I don't know how this isn't illegal touching because the guys went out of bounds on his own willingly, but that's neither here nor there. Basically, I see what he's saying. He saw these guys go out of bounds, so he thought that was this guy was no longer there, so he's trying to throw it here, and he just doesn't see this guy. It's one of those things where it's a Pac-12 championship, man. You're trying to make a play. You're up. It's a 17-20 game. Like, you just can't make that throw, man. Just live to fight another down.
He comes back, gets reestablished.
There's no
it's okay. It's because he got reestablished.
Gotcha.
Going out of bounds and coming back in.
As long as his feet are in bounds, he's good to go, and he makes that play. Good job of awareness there.
Did a great job of explaining that out to us.
91. Johnson dragged down. Nix on 2nd and 3. Pump fakes.
Beautiful pump fake there. Here's the athleticism. Look at him. Look at him.
Rambling down the sidelines, has blockers all the way down.
Beautiful.
Extremely capable. Takes off
Put in
again.
another QB draw.
Huskies look like they're a little early. The ball comes out. It's scooped up by a lineman.
Is that really a touchdown?
Frame by frame here, but that right knee is down. Then the ball is punched out.
Oh, yeah, he's down.
Yeah.
We talked about this setting up with a boxing motif here.
Yeah.
Been a quiet night for Bucky Irving. He came in really fresh.
Nice little fake toss. Check down. Doesn't see his thing.
He's knocked down.
Close to a first down.
Nix
Still a 3-point game.
Irving
Ooh,
got
yeah,
one man to the ground, but from the ground, the tackle
nice
is
little
made
shake and
by
bake there.
This player probably going to bring in.
We got 3rd and
Pressure
9.
comes. Good call by you and by.
What happened there on that play? I want to just look at that real quick. Was that?
This player probably going to bring in.
See, he's very quick off his feet. It just doesn't look like he's got a lot of straight line speed, which was my problem. That's my problem when I play quarterback. Is I'm very quick on my feet. I just don't have a ton of straight line speed. I'm not the fastest straight line speed guy, but I'm very quick. I'm quick and agile. But I wonder if this was designed. Is this a designed run? Because I see him kind of block release right there, and now he's running upfield.
Good call by you and by. Nix pressured, takes off again.
There's that athleticism.
Slides
Beautiful.
down for a first down. 3-man rush. Nix into coverage, delivers over the middle.
Ooh, that is a throw. Put it on his back shoulder like that.
Still running down inside the 5.
Let's talk about how calm Bo Nix was in the pocket right there.
They've done it twice tonight. I don't know what.
About half a minute.
Yeah, I was going to say, how about 30 seconds? Save their timeout. Timeouts when Penix is going to come out here.
They're going to quickly
Not to
reverse
review.
this.
The runner's continuing action with firm possession of the football inside the goal line pylon results in a touchdown.
Yeah, he stayed in bounds. It's a
Is
fancy
that
way of
I think that's the last play that's on the film. So, but this is what I love to see from him, though. Okay, kind of some closing thoughts on the film, real fast. I mean, this is the last throw. Just look how calm he is in the pocket. He's not panicking. He's not going, oh my gosh, nobody's opening. He's not doing the whole like he's starting to get antsy. What do I do? Do I run? Do I not? You see that in a lot of younger quarterbacks. I had that problem a lot. There was a lot of times where if I had a clean pocket like that and I had time like that, I almost had a false belief that I even had that amount of time, to the point where sometimes I would start to run myself into the pressure because I'm sitting here going, oh my gosh, nobody's getting open. Somebody's got to be coming to sack me, right? But look how calm he is, man. He just stays so calm right there. Look at this.
Nix into coverage.
And then he delivers a dart. Beautiful. That's got to be one of my favorite plays of Bo Nix right there. And that sums him up. That right there is the experience that he got from 5 seasons of college. That right there. That is why I think that when he goes into the NFL, if he's in the right situation and he goes to a team that's not going to be dependent on him to carry them, I think he's going to find a ton of success in the league. I think that he could be, a lot of people actually have him comp to Drew Brees. I've heard, I think I've heard Alex Smith. Who else have I heard? I feel like I've heard somebody else. I can't remember who it is, but the Drew Brees one I definitely agree with because he's got the accuracy. He's a little more athletic than Drew Brees, so I like the Drew Brees comparison. I kind of think of a little bit, maybe not now that I'm thinking about, I was going to say Kirk Cousins, but now that I think about it, I don't necessarily think that they are quite the same, but I really think that Bo Nix is going to find success, like I said, in the right situation. If he goes to a Minnesota, I think if he goes to the Denver Broncos, I think that he could find some success. Like I said, I don't love the weapons that they have around him. I don't love the supporting cast, but I do love him partnered with Sean Payton. If he goes to Minnesota, I almost feel like he's 100% guaranteed to have success because you have a great coaching staff. You've got great tools around you. I mean, you've got the best receiver in the league in Justin Jefferson. Like, you've got everything you need to be successful. So, I honestly feel like he's got to go to one of those two teams. I don't see any other team picking him up. The Raiders, maybe. I just think if he goes to the Raiders, they're so dysfunctional that I don't think that he's going to find success there. And I don't, So, but you guys let me know what your thoughts are on this. Like I said, I really like Bo Nix. I think he's a great quarterback. I loved watching him grow and really get better and better every year at college. So, but I appreciate you guys for sticking around. The video went a whole ton longer than I wanted to go. I was telling myself, I need to try to keep it to 15, 20 minutes. And here I am at 27 minutes, 28, coming up on 28 minutes. So appreciate you guys. Have a fantastic day, guys. And we'll catch you guys in the next one.